Go to sleep, and please subscribe. If you give me 100 likes, I will become a Moxley fan. Good night. Greetings, everybody, and this is Dave and Jay's Power Bomb, and we just watched AEW Thursday Night Dynamite.
That's right, Jay, and this was a great show, great episode. It was live. They had lots of people in the audience. Like, it was really good.
Join the Dark Order, you Nightmare family, little bitch.
Hey, man, it's crazy at the Nightmare compound. More on that later.
Yeah.
But beginning of the show, we got the Demogod, Chris Jericho. He's doing a Judas Singalong. Crowd's right into it. They're happy to be back. He's doing guest commentary throughout the whole show.
Dave's like watching, his shirt's off. He's like, yeah. He takes his panties off and throw them at the TV.
Burning my bra, the whole thing. And then right away, in a must-beat Vince match, we got a tag team 4-team tag team gauntlet match, the winner of which gets a shot at the AEW Tag Team Championships. So to start, we got the Young Bucks in there versus the Natural Nightmares, Dustin and QT.
Yeah, we all know who obviously was going to lose that one, didn't we?
Yeah, it has a few moments though.
But you know, look at like the beats they took last week. Those guys ain't recovered. They ain't winning.
I was
this
surprised
match.
to see them out there. To be honest,
actually, I was actually pretty surprised. They should have been like
tending
still at
to Cody and
Randy
at
the frat house.
Randy getting choked out last week, insanity. And then Dustin pulls off a pretty crazy Canadian destroyer though,
which he always
one
does.
of those Young Buck guys. But then they give a super kick party to QT, and then they were able to win with the BTE trigger, where they wind that guy up in each side and
touch
give him
knees,
the
Dave.
knee.
Touch knees.
I think I can do it. There we go. There we go. And then so then up next though, because they got to keep going, it's the Best Friends. So they come out. They're the next team in the Gauntlet match, and they had some pretty crazy spots too. Like
they're a team, not they're a team to be contenders.
They are a team. Yes.
Much better chance than the other team from the Natural Nightmares.
But then they're giving like one of the Jackson brothers gave one of the Best Friends a German suplex on the apron.
Oh man, the hardest part of the ring.
But the Best Friends were able to come back a bit, and they were able to do the Best Friend spot, the big hug.
Yeah,
and then
it was poorly done on the camera actually tonight.
Yeah,
because Moxley was too busy reading over some paperwork, so I guess he wasn't our cameraman tonight.
More on that later as well. There's a lot of 450 splash insanity from the Young Bucks, but then it seems like the Young Bucks are going to win it. They're going for that Meltzer driver, but then Hangman interferes. He hooks one of their legs, and that allows the Best Friends to score with a quick roll-up. Hangman Adam Page turned traitor tonight. More on that later as well. And Jericho exclaims that Camelot is crumbling, and it seems like it is. It looks pretty bad. Like, why is Hangman like turning on his boys in the Elite, right?
They must have some blackmail on them.
That's what you were saying, maybe.
Yeah.
But then, so then FTR comes out. They're the last team, right? In this travesty, yeah. And they were out there, Tully Blanchard, and they got matching jackets and blah blah blah. And then FTR jumps Best Friends during the picture-in-picture, but even before the match starts, right? Yeah. Which is pretty dirty. And then
those guys have nothing but a track record of dirt. D-Mask, Lucha Libre wrestler.
Yeah, Ray Phoenix.
Just looked like white trash.
And he faked like some knee injury.
Yeah, faking knee injuries, like attacking geriatric old man.
Yeah, I'm sure like his knee brace is still required, but yeah, he shouldn't have done that. And
yeah, you guys see your names FTR. You can more like lying. You guys
They're forcing
are
Kenny to drink, and he doesn't drink alcohol.
Guys are fucked.
Yeah, it's crazy. So then FTR were working Chuck Taylor's knee all night. And then so FTR wins with a submission move. They do some lame type of leg lock or something. And then, so it's FTR. They get a shot against Hangman and Kenny Omega at the pay-per-view at All Out, September 5th.
Which is crap, because it should have been the Young Bucks.
Yeah, best tag team in the world. On a side note, Jericho likes tag ropes because you can choke people out with them. Okay. So then we cut
the role model to Dave.
He's my hero out of all of life. And then we cut to a scene, and Darby Allin's on a bridge with a Ricky Starks mask, and it's a pretty high up bridge, and he's trying to prove to Jay that he's fearless. So what does he do when he climbs up top of this bridge?
Probably something stupid I'd do, like jump off the bridge.
He did, and Jericho was like,
he's crazy. He's crazy.
He's
got tacks in his back, and
Yeah,
wears
the tacks in his
and wears a
Right.
crazy Timmy Spears mask.
Yeah, it's something
Or
else.
who was it? Ricky Starks.
Absolute Ricky Starks.
Yeah, sorry, Timmy Spears.
Then we go, and it's Murderhawk with Jake Roberts, and they're having a match. Well, Murderhawk is Lance Archer, and he's going up against a jobber named O'Shawn. I didn't catch his full name.
I called him the Golden Jobber because his pants were golden.
Well, that was all that was golden, because Murderhawk just like gave him the blackout, and then he followed it up by this claw move where he bashes the guy's head into the ring like 3 times.
Totally
while he's
awesome.
on the
It brings
ground.
this whole level of like this Mad Max violence that Murderhawk.
pretty good. It's
Yeah,
pretty good on the mic,
Lance
too.
Archer, yeah. I don't know about Lance Archer being good on the mic because
He's alright.
Roberts does all the talking,
Yeah, well,
and
you
he's
know,
starting to sound like a bitch.
yeah, it's turning bitch. Jay doesn't like it. I don't like seeing it either.
Nope. Like ever since Jay got his shirt torn off, I'm like, everybody dies. And he's like, my old man titties. Aw.
So then, yeah, he pins him and wins him, and then after the break, they're still in the middle of the ring, and Jake's talking shit about the upcoming Casino Battle Royal, where the
Yeah.
winner of which at All Out gets a AEW Championship match opportunity sometime down the road. And so then they're interrupted though because the Flintstones come out. Oh, actually, it's Team Tazz.
Team Tazz.
And
yeah.
then they're talking a bunch of shit, and then Darby skates to the ring real fast and beats up Ricky Starks. And then
Timmy
like
O'Shea or whatever his
it looks
name
like
is.
there's some shit that's gonna happen between Murderhawk and Brian Cage, but Tazz and Jake are backing their guys off like, no, now's
Yeah,
not the
in
time.
reality, you know, they would just rip those guys apart and just.
It's interesting though, because both those guys are like heels, right? And they're going against each other. It's an
Yeah,
interesting
well, maybe
dynamic.
That's what makes AEW so much better than other company.
Yeah, and then so MJF's on a walker backstage, and he
God.
thinks that Lee Jobson might have laughed at him, and he's pretty upset about that. And he's coming to the ring with the rest of his candidacy party. And then we go to a scene with Thunder Rosa, the NWA Women's Champion. She has a match at All Out against Hikaru Shida, and they do a contract signing. And on a side note, Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins is the president of NWA Wrestling.
Yeah, which
How
kind of blew me
insane
away.
is
Yeah.
that? And then, so we go to a contract signing. It's MJF versus Jon Moxley at this contract signing. MJF's only 23 years old. That's
Yeah.
insane. And it's known that Jon Moxley is the Professional Wrestling Illustrated Top 500 #1 ranked wrestler in the world. I'm sure my man Jay has some
100 likes and
thoughts
I'll
on
be
that.
100 likes for this video and I will become a Moxley fan. Maybe I'm already
Holy
secretly one of them.
shit.
Shut up,
Holy
Nightmare
shit.
Family fanboy.
Yeah, Moxley
Why don't you go
is
take
really
care
good
of
at catching people. and
Cody
stuff.
over at the frat house.
Because Cody doesn't know I'm here, Jay, and you
Well,
can't tell Brody that
Oh,
you're
I'm
here
sorry.
either. We're not
I know
supposed to
we're
be
not. We're
hanging out with
totally.
each other
Yeah, I know
right
we're
now.
different factions.
I'm over at the frat house. You're over at the
Dark
Dark Order,
just
wherever.
chilling out, drooling
Yeah.
over Anna J.
Getting beat over the head with newspapers.
Hey,
by your master.
It's much more respect than Cody would ever give.
Well, you do get to hang out with Anna J.
Yeah,
so that's
and-
pretty cool.
Well, yeah, and more on that later.
So then, yeah, they're doing this contract signing. Paradigm Shift will be banned at All Out, and then MJF wants Jon Moxley to social distance away from him, like his hairline.
Yeah,
I
MJF
love
does
it.
some amazing shit talk right on through that. Man,
He's
can
not-
that boy speak?
He's not done, because then he says that Moxley
He can use his words.
Moxley idolizes hot garbage like Sandman and New Jack.
Ah, who loves New Jack? We love New Jack.
No,
Oh,
you
I
love New Jack. New
yeah.
Jack's a piece of shit.
He is
man.
trash, but amazing trash.
He's worse.
He's
the
crazy.
worst.
He's crazy.
And then, yeah, MJF then tells Moxley to tell your hot wife I'm single. And then Moxley was almost
yeah.
getting fired up, and then the lawyer's like, I'll sue you. I'll sue your ass.
Yeah.
And so then they didn't read page 17 of the contract that Moxley signed, so that means there's a tune-up match next week. Moxley versus lawyer. The lawyer guy. I always figured that lawyer guy was a wrestler because he wasn't really a good actor. So yeah, he's gonna get a match next week.
Lawyers
against
always
Mox.
look pathetic and half-acted all the
He
time.
kind of
in
reminds me of like an
wrestling,
old, worn-down version of Stifler from American Pie. He kind of looks like that to me.
man.
I don't know.
Burn.
But then we cut to Santana and Ortiz, and they're just talking shit about Trent's mom's van and how they'll never apologize. I guess they're having a match coming up where if they lose, they got to do conference call apology or speakerphone apology
Yeah.
to Trent's mom for what they did to her fan. And that's something else. But then we go to an 8-man tag match. We got the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Brothers, and they're with Eddie Kingston, and they're going up against Griff Garrison, Brian Pillman Jr., Sonny Kiss, and Joey Janela.
So who do you think is that lineup? Who do you guys think won? Click like if you think you know who you think won.
But before we blow to finish here, there's some good spots. Like one of the Lucha Brothers gave another Lucha Brother a Hurricanrana like into Joey Janela
Yeah,
in
that was
the
kinda
corner.
cool,
That's
yeah.
pretty innovative. And then what else? Janela gave someone a Death Valley Driver onto the ring apron.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And then one of the Lucha Brothers gave one of those guys a package pile driver on the ring apron directly thereafter.
Yeah, the
Very
payback
cool.
to, yeah.
The receipt, if you will. And then at the end, like Jay said, they did the Zero Miedo stomp finisher, and the Lucha Brothers pinned those guys and won. And then Eddie Kingston gets up on the mic after, and he says all 5 of them will be in the Casino Battle Royal. And Jericho's like, oh, 5 guys, that's like 20% like of the entire people in the Battle Royal. They have good odds. So we'll see what happens with that. I hope it goes to Ray Phoenix, man. It'd be sick.
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, the whereabouts of Cody, the Prince of Pro Wrestling, is unknown at this moment.
Dave has an exclusive about it. Actually, I'm just gonna rat him out. He's been hanging out in Cody's fraternity house, and Dave's Cody's houseboy.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. But
You've been face it, you're not out there on the stage with them, so that makes you the houseboy of the house.
I'm not out there doing errands for Cody, picking him up glitter paint as he slowly regresses back to the other company version of himself that he hated. I don't know. QT's a mess though, and I saw Dustin doing some weird shit at the Nightmare compound or Nightmare Factory.
There goes FTR.
Yeah, see you later.
Go FTR.
Fuckheads. Yeah, go away. Then what were we talking about here? Oh yeah, Jericho says that Cody should take 2 weeks off and then quit the business. Don't listen to him, Cody. Jericho is my hero, but we wouldn't be here without you, Cody. So and then then
True.
So then the Dark Order comes out to the stage, and they have a casket, and there's words from Evil Uno, and I don't know why the lawnmowers were there. I didn't understand that.
I don't know. I hear him in the background right now.
So then the casket opens, and it's number 10
Number
in there,
10
dressed as
coming out,
Cody,
dressed as- yeah.
and he's got a Nightmare Family neck tattoo right there.
They're all celebrating,
And-
having a good time.
Yeah.
Woo!
So then they introduce Brody Lee, and he's out there. He's got Anna Jay on his arm almost. Like, he's
Yeah.
looking good. Anna Jay's looking good. Like, holy effing shitballs. Okay. And then what happens? Oh, yeah. So then, like, Brody Lee goes over to Shivani. He's like, in the ring right now.
I need
Let's
some interview
go.
time,
Let's
bitch."
go. And then, like, they're all doing Cody sucks chants. And then Brody Lee's letting us know the open challenge. It's over. Like, that shit's done.
No more you
independent
indie
wrestlers.
guys coming out there.
Yeah. And then, and then he introduces one of the newest members, number 99.
Yep, Anna J.
The great one.
Yeah.
Number 99. And then Brody Lee punches out number 4. Number 4 is pissing me off, though. So
He's kind
I
of
can
obnoxious.
understand that. Yeah, he's obnoxious.
He's
little
like
twerp.
he's the Marco Stunt of the Dark Order.
And then, 2 members of the Nightmare Family, I shouldn't even have been there in the first place, QT and Dustin, they do a failed sneak attack.
Yeah.
And then
totally
somehow Scorpio Sky ends up there and Anna Jay beats him up. Like, it's pretty cool, actually. Then what happened? Oh, yeah, and then Zack Ryder jumps in there.
Then there's
cleans
going to be this whole
house.
Nightmare Family versus the Dark Order.
Well, I mean, Dark Order
Join the
should
Dark
win,
Order
right?
because you guys need to click like.
Yes.
Okay.
Subscribe, please. Like, oh my god, we need subscribers.
Yeah.
So then Hangman's backstage at the bar getting interviewed, but the Young Bucks confront him, and this is high drama. Like, they're talking to him, why'd you cost us the match? You were part of the elite, we were brothers, I only called you a jobber once. Like, all this, right? And then it's high drama, and they kicked him out of the elite, Jay? Like, what's this fucking guy thinking, right?
I don't know. It's all this. There's some kind of crazy going on, blackmailing going on with FTR there.
That's alleged. Like,
That's
we haven't seen anything
I
on
don't know,
camera yet.
man.
Maybe on being the elite. I don't watch that all the time. So.
No, it's just probably because of all the shitty cop shows I watch and people blackmailing each other all the time and that. So this
he
is why.
watches a lot of shitty shows, guys. He has a problem. Okay, so then
I stopped. I started watching anime again.
Oh jeez. So then we go and Big Swole. I think it's a 2-on-1 handicap match, but I guess it's like a 4-on-1 of Kip and Britt. But then so it's Big Swole going up against Reba and Penelope Ford, and Britt is at ringside in the wheelchair. Kip's there outside. She's talking shit before the match. I don't know what she's talking.
If you win, you can have any match against me you want. Says our role model.
Any stipulation.
Any stipulation. I hope it's some crazy hardcore thing and the girls are all throwing each other through barbed wire and shit.
Or wheelchair match. Be wheelchair versus wheelchair.
Maybe, but I think Britt's kind of like, just dragging this on, kind of like
she's got a week and a half to get out of that chair. It's
yeah,
quick,
it's like,
September
come on,
5th.
you better get some Wolverine serum or something.
So what do we got here? There's crutch beatings, like Britt Baker's giving Big Swole crutch beatings when she's draped over the ropes, either Penelope or Reba. And then Kip Sabian gets involved and he takes that dirty dancing spinning elbow that Big Swole does. Yeah. So he's out of the picture there. And then the ref's distracted and there's so Reba's going for the crutch shot, right? Yeah. And the other person, Big Swole's being held by Penelope, but Big Swole ducks, Reba nails Britt with Penelope, and then so that allows Big Swole to get to roll up because one of them got knocked out with a crutch. So then Big Swole can name the match condition at All Out, and so then we have, what is it? Oh, next week AEW Dynamite might be on Wednesday. It might be on Wednesday this week, JR says. He doesn't know for sure. We will be here
regular night,
whatever time, day, whatever it starts. So don't worry about that, guys. We got you covered. So then, it's going to be Le Champion versus Janela in a little tune-up match next week as well.
That'll be interesting. That'll be a nice squash match for Le Champion there.
And then before we go into tonight's main event, there was another recruitment drive from the Dark Order. Anna Jay recruits her tag team partner from the Women's World Cup, Ty Conti.
Gosh, she's so beautiful.
Sexy. Holy. And then she accepts, and then they talk about a Mimosa Mayhem match. Not those girls, but it comes up, and then that would be sexy. Just get them loaded on Mimosa first, and have them just touch each other and stuff, and see what happens.
Okay, Dave, you're going too far. You're going over past the gray zone.
Usually it's you that gets that's going to get us kicked off of YouTube and Google and all that. Okay, so main event time, tables match, Spanish sex god, Sammy Guevara versus broken, deleted, whatever you call him,
Matt Hardy. And his fucking brand of personalities. He's like worse than a t-shirt.
He looked like other company Matt Hardy tonight. He's wearing those pants and that stupid shirt.
Yeah.
So what happens? Matt Hardy right away tries to decapitate Sammy. He throws a chair at
throws him really hard.
Like an open chair to legs exposed.
Because Matt Hardy wants his friggin' receipt.
Yeah.
Big time.
So then what happens here? So Sammy puts himself through a table during picture-in-picture, but you don't lose the match that way because your opponent has to put you through the table in order for you to lose.
Yeah,
they both went through tables. Yeah. Sammy went through one during the picture-in-picture, and that busts him open. He's bleeding. Yeah. And then Hardy crashes through a table after. And then a big move was puts the chair over Sammy's neck and gives him the twist of fate, and Sammy lands on the chair, the chair's open. It's crazy. Crazy. Free Sammy. He's free. Free at last.
Yeah, but finally we had a wonderful table pulled out. Matt Hardy brings it out from there. He has a nice graffiti, delete all put up on there.
Delete it.
Yep. And, he's all about, I'm going to get Sammy.
Sammy's all laid out on the table.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, I guess he took a blow to the head. He's really kind of drunk, not sure
Sammy
about
hopped
getting
up there quick off the table and he got on that rope. Matt Hardy was going to dive off, and then Sammy hits a suplex.
Big old second rope suplex, or was it top rope?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
We got pictures.
Yeah, we got pictures. Yeah, photos. Picture speaks 1,000 words. And big win. They're saying it is the biggest win of the Spanish sex god's career. I don't know about maybe. I don't know. He has some big losses, big moments in matches they've lost.
Yeah.
Right? maybe this is the biggest win in Sammy's career. It's a big win, nevertheless, man. I'm happy for Sammy. You know how we feel about him on the show. I mean, we brought him back with our Free Sammy movement, and we're gonna continue.
All 120
to do
views help
stuff.
us out.
Exactly. And then after the match, Orange Cassidy, out of nowhere, literally, like, is just assaults Chris Jericho.
Trying to end another night of awesome chaos, how they ended last week's, but you just can't match how last week's chaos.
It was pretty good chaos at the end of this match, though. Like Orange Cassidy and Jericho laying each other to beats.
Yeah, refs all trying to put him apart.
Sammy Guevara was
hurt.
too knocked out from the table match and shit.
Yeah.
Like, went through like a table or two, and he's busted open. So I guess on that note, we're just gonna end things here, guys. And thanks for everything. Keep watching. Please subscribe and have a great night.